Well then I'll save the
Well, we
couple
can
EA
do. I mean,
things.
it doesn't
Well, no,
hurt.
if you have Pokemon first, do Pokemon.
All right. Okay. Hey, Pokemon Direct. So I got
EA
spoiled the
thing,
big
yeah.
announcement at the Pokemon Direct. So this entire Direct, I was kind of like a little upset. I was just like, just get to the fucking point, get to the meat and potatoes of what everyone's been asking for. This can be shown by Pokemon Smile. Helps the little brats brush their damn teeth.
Yeah, it does.
Sure, I guess brushing teeth can be stressful for both kids and parents. You save Pokemon from cavity-causing bacteria. Basically, you take your phone, you set it up, and you just brush your teeth in it, and it's just brush, 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 brush.
And the more you brush, the more plaque is fought off. Because essentially what it is Pokemon are being attacked by plaque enemies. So the more you brush for 60 seconds, the more you brush, the game, you're basically, it looks like Snapchat almost. It puts a Pokemon hat on your child, and you're brushing your teeth, so you're basically looking at yourself brush your teeth, while at the bottom of your screen, you're brushing away plaque that is attacking a Pokemon. And that Pokemon, the more you brush, is being cleaned, and the plaque is being fought off. So when you're done brushing after 60 seconds of continuously brushing, the Pokemon is free of its plaque, and then you can swipe up like Pokemon Go, throw a Pokeball at it, and catch it.
Yep.
So yeah,
the Pokemon look adorable. The Pokemon look really adorable.
Yes. Schroeder, check your phone. Yeah, what else you got, James? I got you.
Okay. So, next game they show... it's available right now for the App Store and Google Play, and there will be no in-app purchases. 100% free.
What?
Next game they show off was Pokemon Cafe Mix. It's a puzzle game. You own a Pokemon Cafe and Pokemon visit to it. And it's got a weird swirl mechanic to mix and match the different Pokemon and get the clears. Pokemon can join your staff and have different abilities. It's coming out for Switch and smartphones. It's going to be free to start, so there's going to be microtransactions, and it's going to be available soon. The big thing that
it almost reminded me of like Animal Crossings of sort. That game, that Pokemon game, the cafe.
I don't know about that. They look more like a Diner Dash or like something you'll find off of like BigFishGames.com back circa like 2008.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
You remember Big Fish?
Yep.
The big thing that shocked the entire world. New Pokemon Snap.
Yep. Oh, yes, I heard about this.
New Pokemon Snap. I guess 2020 isn't so bad after all.
It won't be released in 2020, but they are developing it.
Oh, yeah. Nintendo, it's coming out for the Switch. Pokemon from all different generations. My boy Scorn Bunny's in it, so this game gets an immediate 10 out of 10 for me. There's a part where a Magikarp was just flip-flopping around and a fucking Pidgeot comes in, just yanks it out of the ground, out of the water, and just flies off with it. And I put, yo, that Magikarp got fucked. It's coming soon. Interestingly enough, it is developed by Bandai Namco.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Not Nintendo. New stuff for Pokemon Go. Hey, it's almost time to Pokemon Go to the polls. Just so you all know.
Pokemon Go to the polls.
Not even a giggle. Not even a fucking giggle. You know what? I saw that. I had to remember that joke to type it out. That took a lot of effort. I had to remember Hillary Clinton's campaign.
Yeah, I laughed.
That took a lot.
I just laughed for you.
Pokemon Go Fest 2020 will be completely digital this year. Apparently Victini is going to be coming, the mythical Pokemon. Mega Evolutions are also coming this year. Galarian, Farfetch'd have appeared right now. And they're going to add new outfits based off of the Isle of Armor DLC from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Speaking of Pokemon Sword and Shield, they're adding a Zorora Max Raid Battle will be available.
Nice.
And if 1 million players complete the raid, everyone gets a shiny Zorora.
That's pretty cool.
That raid is going on from the 17th to the 28th, so not much time left. And then they end the announcement with that they are working on another big project that is going to be announced on the 24th, which is tomorrow. So get ready. We're going to have another Pokemon Direct. Jeff, are you excited for the Pokemon Go stuff?
A little bit.
Excited for Victini coming?
It would give me a reason to get out of the house.
Exactly. There you go. And the Mega Evolutions. Come on, man. Mega Evolutions, gotta love it. EA Play 2020 was the other big announcement thing. So it starts off with CEO Andrew Wilson. It's thanking the first responders and essential workers for, dealing with everything that's been going on. He does say, he says Black Lives Matter, and talks about how he promises EA Games will continue to make their games more inclusive for all. So, good on EA. First thing they talk about is Apex Legends.
Yeah, they do.
Walker, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, the trailer actually was pretty nasty.
I know my girl Lifeline getting a buff.
Yep. So the trailer itself was actually pretty fucking awesome. When they launched it. So essentially, it starts off with an event called the Lost Treasure Collection event. Essentially, what it is, Lost Treasure also implements several new balances as well as changes as things along those lines. Essentially, basically throughout Apex, each time they have a different event that gets you different loot, gets you different skins, things along those lines, golden skins. It's all different things. It's all cosmetic. It doesn't really do anything for your character, but they're cosmetic events, which is pretty cool. So they are adding what is called Crypto's Town Takeover. So in Kings Canyon, which is a new map, there is a lot of basically electrical wire being ran throughout the whole entire city. And Crypto is a character who carries a drone. And that drone allows you to fly it, and it scopes out the area, and you can ping enemies. And those enemies stay pinged, which is actually pretty cool. As well as it can do an EMP, and if you get an EMP and it goes off right on top of you, it kills all your shield. So in Crypto's Town Takeover, essentially what is being built, it's a gigantic, basically radar. And you go to the area, you activate it, and it pings every single enemy on the map and their exact location. So that'll be pretty awesome. That'll be the hot drop probably for the next couple weeks. Hard. Oh, sorry, that's my dog. If you're hearing a squeak, it's the dog.
Confused. I see you look up and then look around.
Dude, I thought it was in my house. I'm like, what the fuck?
Sorry, it's my dog Squeaky, so I take it away from here.
The thing is like, these things are like relatively high quality, so I thought that shit was like right fucking next to me. I was super confused. Like, I'm about to die by a fucking Squeaky toy. Annabelle's about to fucking rip my throat out. God.
Sorry, that was my dog.
It's okay. Make sure he's having fun, or she, whichever.
That's my boy dog Cyrus. But yeah, basically it's gonna be pinging all of the individuals. So that drop is going to be hardcore. As well as it released some buffs, as well as some nerfs. I'm gonna get rid of Squeaky Toe. Hang on a second. He's literally chewing it right next to me.
It's so distracting. It's hilarious. Oh my god. Don't take it fucking away from him. Just make him go somewhere else.
I could cancel out the squeaks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Sorry about that. It's my younger dog's birthday today, so we got a bunch of toys.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Cyrus.
You tell him I said happy.
Thank you. Happy birthday. He walked out of the room. I think he went to go get a squeaky toy. He wasn't there anymore. think he went downstairs to go get it.
He said, "You
So-
motherfucker."
Crypto, who is right now, statistically, if you look at the numbers, he is the least used character in the game by far. So
Isn't he the newest character?
no, that's Loba. Crypto was from
before.
yeah.
Before.
So
No, there was Revenant.
yeah, he's two P. He's two
The
C.
fuck's Revenant?
He's
The skeleton robot looking dude.
yeah.
I've never seen Revenant.
Really?
Yeah, you played it. Like people become a ghost and stuff like that. He looks. If you've probably seen it, you probably know. But he's newer, and he's the least used by far. A total of 4% of the people who play Apex use him.
Oof.
So I'm assuming because of that, it's going to. They're like, okay, we got to think of a way to get people to use this character again, and so this is it.
So wait, I missed some of that. What are they doing for him?
They're making. Basically, it's called Crypto's Town Takeover. They're making a whole entire town that's just for crypto. Because you know how you have Octane's like jump circus,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have Mirage's party.
Yeah, his
The
birthday,
Mirage Etoile, yeah. So now it's Crypto's Town Takeover, which then will give you a beacon that you can activate that pings every single enemy on the whole entire map.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Which will be like the hot landing zone for quite some time. They are bringing back a new mode for 2 weeks. It is snipers and shotguns only.
Armed and dangerous.
Yes. As well as some pretty good buffs, to say the least. As well as well, before I get to the buffs, some new things they're bringing. They are bringing mobile respawn beacons to the game. So, what that means, you want to be able to respawn a character on the go and there's no respawn beacons around you? Guess what? Now's your chance. So, with the new respawn beacons, in Armed and Dangerous, you'll be able to respawn your teammates anywhere in the map. All you do is you drop the item down, and then it respawns your teammates everywhere and anywhere on the map. So it's only going to be in the Armed and Dangerous mode to start, but once they work out the tweaks, it is rumored that if people like it, they're going to keep it in the actual regular mode. Because how often do we get towards the end game and we're in the corner of the map and there's no fucking respawn beacon and you can't respawn your teammates?
I want to see how long it takes. I would imagine might take longer to use a mobile respawn beacon.
Yeah, I
than
think so
regular
too.
ones, just to kind of balance it out.
Jesus fuck. I thought I'd turn that down, but I guess I didn't. Thank you, whoever just followed me. Papa Cody, I'm pretty sure that's Cody Snyder. What's up, man?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Thank you for that. Sorry for making everyone go deaf there for Goku Power Up. I know for a fact I turned that down, but it didn't sound turned down on my earphone. As well as, so each individual characters now have items that they melee with. So, Wrath has a knife. Lifeline has drumsticks, and now Mirage is getting a trophy. And the trophy is a trophy of himself that he holds in his hand that spins around and fireworks come off of.
So what does that do?
So it's just cosmetic. So instead of punching with your fist, Mirage takes the trophy, turns it upside down, and he beats you with it.
So for Wraith, are they just using her heirloom as like a permanent thing now?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. I wonder. Fucking Pathfinder's always had his fucking. I wonder if he can actually do his thingy now. His grappling hook. That'd be cool.
Yeah, they're gonna slowly start. There's a couple of them have some. I know she has the knife. Lifeline has drumsticks. Mirage has now a trophy of himself.
It's really fucked up, but Octane should just grab his fucking needle and stab you with.
Yeah.
That'd be
That's not
fucking
bad.
hilarious.
And there's two other characters that have the heirlooms Heirlooms, whatever you want to call them. Heirlooms.
Hear me out. This probably will never happen because it would give players an unfair advantage, and Apex likes to keep everything as easy as possible. But if Octane did that, he should have a status effect that just causes you to run for like 5 to 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, it's just non-stop.
It would just give you it would give the effect of like him injecting you with this Octane shit. I imagine people would probably have a fucking field day with that, saying, "Oh, he's drugging characters. This is 2020. You can't have anything offensive." But but no, like you stab him and then the character just runs. Or like if it doesn't completely knock him, it just goes. And like if it is low health once it runs out, because it does affect your health when you take the Octane juice, you should drop, or you should be like close to death. Like that would be so cool. They won't do that because they want to keep even playing fields, but I think that'd be dope.
So a couple of the buffs that they are adding, Lifeline is getting the biggest one. Lifeline now can deploy her health drone to revive an enemy without having to stand there and revive her themselves. She deploys her beacon, she walks away, the person's shield, and Lifeline now has the freedom to run around and shoot. So if you ever played Apex Legends, if you ever want to pick up an enemy, one of your coworkers, Jesus, not Best Buy. If you ever want to pick up if one of your teammates gets knocked, you have to go up and then you stand there, you pick them up. It takes a couple seconds. At the same time, you have the chance of being shot. Now, Lifeline is the only character that you do not have to do that with. She literally sets her drone down, and then she has the freedom to guard you, shooting at the opponents, while you're reviving off to the side by yourself. So that's actually pretty cool. Her cooldown for her ultimate was 60 seconds. It is now 45 seconds.
Shit.
Her care package now contains 15% more ultimate and golden items, which is purple and gold, as well as care packages will contain 3% more healing, as well as 2% more attachment. So
what you're saying is Lifeline is back in the meta.
Correct. Yep. So yeah, she's gonna be a super powerful character. Especially the biggest thing is the fact that you can literally revive your teammate without having to worry about getting shot because you're not tied down picking them up.
Yeah.
Octane, his speed is being increased by 10%. So that's big. And his ultimate will now give you the ability to double jump, allowing you to launch even further than you did before. And on the second jump, you can change whatever direction.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Crypto, his deploying of his drone now takes a second less, as well as his EMP will knock out all of Watson's pylons. So if you ever played the game, Watson has the thing where she can basically barricade herself as well as you into a building with her shields that do damage. His EMP will now break those.
So it seems like Crypto is a hard counter to Watson.
Correct. Loba is a new character. One of her pieces is that her ultimate is called the Black Market, where before you could pick up 2 of anything that you want. Now you only have the option to pick up 1 thing. If you pick up ammo, you can only pick up ammo and nothing else. If you do an accessory, you can do an accessory and 1 other item. But you're only allowed to do if you do ammo as your first pick, because essentially her ultimate grabs everything in that area and puts it into one. So that is different, as well as Mirage. His cloaking device. Now there will be a halo around you, even though you turn invisible. There will be a halo around you where enemies can then notice where you're at.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Company, one of the biggest Respawned at least, in hopes that you play this and never worry about Titanfall.
Take Titanfall 3 Towers. It's a much better game. Another thing they announced with Apex is that it's coming to Steam this fall. Crossplay is coming this fall, and it's also coming to the Switch this fall.
Yes, yeah, that is the biggest news. They announced that it's coming to the Switch. And then the next scene, the guy was like, "Yes, ladies and gentlemen, before you ask, it's gonna be crossplay." And then they showed a screen where it says it's gonna be crossplay for the first time this fall. I fucking marked out for that. I'm like, about goddamn time. My biggest thing is I wonder if I keep playing on PC because now it's crossplay, if I can take all my cosmetics from my PlayStation and bring them over to PC somehow.
Maybe if it is since they're both under the same EA account, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, possibly. Can't see why not.
We'll see. Keep going.
Yeah, we talked about The Sims. All the expansions and everything are coming to Steam. Titanfall 2, A Way Out, and 3 other EA games are now on Steam, along with EA Access also coming to Steam this fall. And then new releases from EA will launch on Steam as well as Origin and consoles. Let's take a look at some new games coming out from EA's smaller studios. It Takes Two is the new game from Hazelight Studios. They're the ones that made A Way Out and Brothers. It's about 2 dolls that come to life, and that's coming out in 2021. Lost in Random is the new game by Zoink Games. I do believe they made Faye. It's about a young girl and a dice companion. It's got this cool little Tim Burton-esque art style. It's a, quote, gothic fairy tale action adventure that's coming out in 2021. Rocket Arena is by Final Strike Games. It's a hero arena shooter, kind of like Quake, Unreal Tournament, Overwatch, that kind of stuff. But the main gimmick is that all the weapons are rocket launchers. That's coming out June 14th, and it's going to have crossplay on PS4, Xbox One, Steam, and Origins. One of the biggest announcements of the event was the new Star Wars game. Earlier in the week, we got the trailer that dropped, getting us a little tease, a little taste of the game. Well, now we actually get to see some gameplay. It's a 5v5 space dogfight game, so it's like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, if you guys remember that. Jeff, you probably remember that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to have two game modes. There's going to be dogfight, and one that's essentially conquest in Battlefield, where you have to take out its progressive map, essentially taking out different objectives. You can create your own pilot. The story takes place after Return of the Jedi. You get to play both sides of the war, so you get to play the Republic and the Empire. The entire game supports VR, and it is cross-platform with all systems. It will also have no microtransactions, and it's only going to be like $40.
That's not bad at all.
It's a $40 EA game with no microtransactions. What is 2020? It's such a weird year. And that's coming out October 2nd. They had a Madden and FIFA thing. No one really cares.
Oh, speaking of FIFA, FIFA is coming to Steam with the EA
Access.
Yeah, the EA Access. So that'll be coming to Steam when they release the EA Access on Steam.
Neat. Then they had a talk with Laura Mealy. She is the Chief Studio Officer at EA. Apparently, Star Wars Squadrons, Apex, and Command & Conquer Remaster are all because of us fans. They listen to us. Your voices are, quote, your voices are heard, and we are working on your feedback. That's some foreshadowing for later. She talked about some things that their major studios are working on. Criterion Games is working on something new, the people behind Burnout and Need for Speed. BioWare is working on a new fantasy RPG, so probably Dragon Age 4, if I was to guess anything. DICE is working on something new, most likely the new Battlefield Motive Games is working on a, quote, highly ambitious, innovative new game that puts the power and creativity in your hands. So that's pretty cool. And then they're like, oh, yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Oh, wait. There's one more thing. Let me take it over to these guys. And then she takes it over to these guys. And in the background, the one dude, I see a big fucking wheel. And I go, holy shit. Holy shit, it's Skate 4. They're making Skate 4.
So
Guys,
excited.
they're making Skate 4.
Yeah, they
Sure as shit, they said.
Goddamn long enough.
Yep,
They're
they-
I'm
making
so fucking
Skate
excited.
4.
How many years has it been?
Too fucking long. I want to say like
Yeah, too long.
12.
Yeah.
2010? 2011, somewhere around there, I thought.
Skate 3 was released in 2010, so 10 years.
And then it got re-released.
Well,
It got re-released when I worked at GameStop. So like 6 years ago, it got re-released on like in 2014, which is weird. And we can all thank PewDiePie for that.
Yeah.
We can all thank PewDiePie for Skate 3 being re-released.
Was
Boo.
there any like actual changes in Skate 3 the
Nope.
re-release?
Nope. They just
They-
re-slapped the ISO on the disc.
They didn't even up the fucking graphics, did they?
Nope. They did. Fuck all.
They made you buy this legitimately. not even Bethesda's bullshit. We upgraded things a little bit. They literally made you buy the exact same game.
Yeah, but what if you didn't have it before, and then you see all these?
Did they actually
YouTubers
take it
play
off shelves?
Yeah,
I
they
don't
took it
remember
off
that.
shelves. They took it off shelves a while before because it was just at the end of the print run. It was successful, and then it just kind of, just like everything else, it just sat in a warehouse. Then he sold copies, and then yeah, PewDiePie and a bunch of other YouTubers started playing it back in like 2013, and everyone's like, oh, hey, Skate 3. I remember that game. I'm going to buy it again. And no one could find a copy, so EA was like, well, let's fucking re-release it. Apparently, it's very early in development. They still don't have a full team yet, so it's extremely early in development. And we commented it into existence.
Yeah, we did.
Our Twitter comments have been heard.
The power of the internet, man. The power of the fans. The power of Twitter is what made this game possible. People talking, just literally people talking about it. Oh, I really wish we had this game back. And EA was like,
Let's do it.
shit, okay. Well, people are talking about it. Let's fucking make it happen.
I will be right back.
Okay. That's it for the EA play. That was a pretty successful conference, especially at the end with Skate 4.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Next thing was something that dropped today, actually. Two things. The last two things that I have are things that dropped today, because we held off the podcast today. Crash 4, it's about time.
Yeah, it is.
New Crash is back, baby.
Want me to talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. So yeah, they just, if you haven't watched the trailer of it, it's a new game. If you actually break it down, 20 years since the last Crash Bandicoot game. 20 years. That was released. Yeah.
Crash game.
At 20 years. It is Crash 4. So, basically starts off as Neo Cortex. The Dr. N, the big dude with the N on it, says that you locked me away into the darkness, but I have finally been released. If you ever played the third one, that goes in order 1, 2, 3. You basically lock him away in a dungeon, but in this game he does get released.
Hello, cutie pie.
And it's a whole new adventure. This game essentially takes place immediately after number 3. It ignores all the games that have come out before that, which is nice. I mean, yeah, it ignores all the games that happened since Crash Warped, which is Crash Bandicoot 3 in 1998. All the games that happened from then until now, they're basically not considering canon, as a lot of people weren't fans of them.
All the Naughty Dog ones are.
The Clash of the Titans were fucking great, though.
Like, I liked them. They weren't bad. The first one for the PS2, I hated because the load times between games was ungodly long. That was a little rough.
You know that first Crash Bandicoot game, I forget the name of it, on the PS2 is actually called Crash 4 in Japan.
I can see that. So you can play as Crash or Coco. Coco.
There's also a Cortex part that they showed off too.
Yep. Coco is the female companion that you can play as in the old series. You also get to play as
sister?
Yeah. You also get to play as Cortex, which he is obviously the villain, so I don't know exactly how that plays. Aku Aku has gotten a little revamped. If you're not familiar with who Aku Aku is, he is that gentleman right there.
He's the mask.
Yeah.
Yep. He is the mask of Crash Bandicoot.
From Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got this new blue mask to him. They're actually called the Quantum Masks, is what you're going after, and they give you new spat and they give you new power. And then there's a couple different ones. One of them that they showed off is the Gravity Mask, which basically
cool.
Which basically helps you defy gravity. It gives you the ability to jump off, walk on the underside of platforms, like under platforms, like upside down, things along those lines. So it's gonna be pretty cool. So at the end of the trailer, it was funny. They made a little, like, basically jab at themselves. One of the new 4 Quantum Masks goes, "How many times have you beaten this guy?" And then Coco goes, "Only 3." And then the character goes, "Huh, okay." Like, because obviously if you take into consideration all the Crash games, you've beaten Cortex probably about 15 times. But they're considering those other games not canon anymore. So at the end, so basically they kind of took a little jab at themselves. I thought that was fucking funny that they said that. I was like, it is true. So that game is set to release at the end of the year.
And
I thought I had a date, October 2nd.
October 2nd. I think Toys for Bob's working on this, which is the company that did the remaster for Crash Insane Trilogy, I thought, and Spyro Reignited Trilogy.
Yep. And
also Skylanders.
Yep. Yeah, they are Toys for Bob is monitorizing. Can't think of the word. Crash. So yeah, they are the ones who did the crazy successful redo of the Crash Insane Trilogy. The Spyro trilogy, I think that was decently successful as well. So I think soon here, honestly, with the way everything's going, I honestly could see that we could see a brand new Spyro game being released as well.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Dude, a lot of people love that game.
I mean,
Spyro the Dragon, yeah.
We're getting a new Pokemon Snap. We're getting a new Oddworld. We're getting a new Ratchet and Clank. We're getting Skate 4. We're getting a new Crash game. Like,
Bloodborne.
Us a new Spyro. Oh, Dark Souls Remastered.
Dark Souls getting remastered.
Just give us a new Spyro and give us Jack and Daxter, you fucking cowards. Naughty Dog, stop whatever you're doing and give us Jak 4.
That would be pretty cool.
That's all I'm saying. Just give us Jak 4. Fuck, Insomniac's working on the new Ratchet and Clank game. You guys could do it too.
Right?
This is the first, like, traditional Crash game that isn't made by Naughty Dog.
It is. Yep.
Fun fact. And the last thing that happened today, so Crash 4 and this Smash Bros. Direct, I mean, I saw ads on Twitter about Apple's, was it WWDC 2020?
Yeah.
It was so good.
I commented on one of those I commented on one of those ads, and I was like, yeah, but you could also be watching the Smash Direct instead.
That's funny.
Which, hey, new Smash Direct, guys. So it starts off with Masahiro Sakurai, my man, looking old as fuck because he just overworks himself. This was apparently recorded on May 2nd, in the heat of the quarantine. It shows Sakurai in his house, and his gaming setup is fucking lit. Me and Nate were talking about this beforehand.
Yeah.
He has 2 TVs in his living room. A 65-inch Sony, and like a 55-inch what looks like probably a Samsung. On the Samsung, he's got things like the PlayStation 4, the Super Nintendo, the Super Famicom, the original Famicom, a fucking Wonder Swan, the Sega Genesis CD and 32X, an original PlayStation. And then on his 65-inch TV, had probably the biggest shocker I've ever seen in my life. He had a PlayStation 4 Pro, not shocking, the Switch, Wii U, there was something else, and an Xbox One X. That's the biggest shocking thing. He's one of the only 2 people in Japan that bought that damn thing. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about Min Min. Min Min is a ramen-loving character from ARMS who works for Nintendo Ramen Shop. So, a lot of people probably have asked Sakurai, that Sakurai had to, you know, basically say this. Why Min Min, you ask? Well, because the director of ARMS wanted her in, and he's like, sure. There's going to be a new ARMS stage. It's going to also have 18 new tracks, and that's coming out June 29th, so really quick. So that is the first DLC character for Fighter Pack 2.
Isn't this the last Smash announcement they're doing?
No. This is the last Fighter Pack they're doing.
Oh yeah, that's
Fighter
what it was.
Pass.
That's what it was.
Yeah, so we got 5 more characters to be announced. That's it. And then Smash Ultimate's done, and Smash Bros. Is probably done forever.
Oh my word.
They also showed off new paid Mii Fighter costumes. Ninjara, because it is an ARMS event. Ninjara is a brawler from ARMS. One thing that shocked me was Heihachi from Tekken.
Nice.
He's gonna be a brawler.
You gotta think too. He's one of the original Tekken characters, so.
Yeah. Marie from Splatoon, or Marie is from Splatoon. She's gonna be a gunner. Callie from Splatoon. She's gonna be a brawler. And then the biggest fucking shocker that I've ever seen in my life at a Nintendo event. For a Mii costume, I should say. Vault Boy is getting a Mii Fighter costume. From, like, Fallout.
Huh. There you go.
Nate, I was watching it, and I was in a call with Nate, and you heard my expressions.
Yeah.
The fuck is this? What the fuck? All of those are going to be available June 29th. Those are not a part of the Fighter Pass. Those are 75 cents each if you want those characters. They also showed off 2 brand new amiibos. We're now getting into DLC territory, folks.
Nice.
For the amiibos. Hero from Dragon Quest is coming out fall 2020. And the one that I'm going to get, because it looks so fucking dope, is Joker from Persona.
That's pretty cool.
Coming out fall 2020. And of course, Sakurai had to have he had to have him in his house and be like, "Oh, Nintendo gave me these prototype ones. Look at how cool they are." And I'm like, "I want to break into your house and steal them." That's all that I have for news. We're done with gaming news.
Sure are. Let's get into. Anybody else have any news first?
Nothing too crazy or nothing.
My only thing is, I talked about it earlier in the preamble, but y'all won't hear that. What you will hear is iOS 14 got developer release today because Apple had WWDC. I haven't looked into a lot of what was talked about besides iOS 14, and
Watch the Smash event; it's more interesting.
WWDC. From what I heard, it was really good this year. So, what you get in iOS 14 are things that, and James, so help me God if you chime in with Android's had that. I swear to fuck. Anyway, Apple got a couple different things that Android has had, but the reason it's different is because one, it's done differently, and two, it's extremely refined. And my last point, so three, is the pure fact that it's a new thing for Apple because Apple wasn't based around this concept. As everyone knows, if you're an Apple user like I am myself, everything's just been available on your screen. What the fuck are you doing over there?
Are you watching my screen?
No, I'm looking at fucking Walker's screen.
Okay, I thought so.
Closes out of the fucking thing, and all I see is that pompadour motherfucker from Japan.
I saw that at the last second, and I saw James's face. I'm like, oh, I forgot that was on there.
Alright, so... yeah, iOS 14 was released today. Ugh, fucking yawn. Alright, so, you get a couple cool things. I haven't played around with everything you can do yet. But just for the people who are watching, you'll notice something pretty quickly and instinctively different than my screen. You actually get physical widgets on the home page now. You can completely change everything. And I have my battery percentage right there because that's what I like. I like being able to see my percentage. I will say the one big thing that pissed me off is that you had to scroll down before to see it, as to where now I just fuck off. Yeah, I just talked about refinement. Fucking Christ. Anyway.
Hey, it's in beta.
No, I am. The beta list for this one's one of the longest ones there's been because if something happens, they ain't liable for my phone becoming a brick. But yeah, and then I got one of the things I actually just bitched about the other night, not being able to have my my weather and everything directly on my front screen. We got that in a widget now. I got that right here. It's 69 degrees. Hell yeah, gang.
Nice.
It is.
And then you get the long-awaited app. Yes, I know, Android this, Android that. What I mean by, like, app drawer is it's an entirely different feel of an app drawer. Like, I really feel like it is. Huh?
I feel personally attacked by you saying that. You're saying that directly to me.
But, like, you just...
But my fucking Windows 7 computer had widgets on it.
Yeah.
Like, it's
so nice because everything is so it's automatically generated into its proper spot. It can tell from the App Store where the app belongs and pulls it to a folder of it, like where it should be. So like every single game I have on my phone went directly into its folder. Like I didn't even make that, so I was able to get the 25.
I think we lost him.
Yeah, I think he died.
He's back.
I'm here.
Back.
I never
He's
left.
back.
What
yeah,
happened?
no, you froze. You said you got rid of the 25, and then your thing stopped.
Okay, so I got rid of the 25 folders I had on my phone. When I mind you, I had tons of apps. However, most of those are games, and the reason I have so many games is because I'll tell you what. I get fucking baited so goddamn easily on like Instagram and Facebook, and I'll see these motherfuckers purposely playing this game as bad as possible. And I'm like, this isn't that fucking hard, so I click it. I download it, I'm like, it's not that fucking hard. And then I beat it in like 5 seconds, and I'm like, this was fucking dumb, why did I get this? And then I just don't delete them, and I do it again, and again, and again, and again. But yeah, you got that app drawer, and then if you just scroll down from library, if you tap that, it pulls it all directly into a alphabetical list, which you can't get. I don't think this is technically a base Android thing, but there's a launcher that does this exactly. But the fact is, it's part of my phone now, and I like it. It makes things feel really clean. And then they also redesigned Walker is the only one who's gonna like actually physically know what I'm talking about because he is currently using an iPhone as well. Like if you swap over to your other page, everything's broken into widgets here.
Oh, that's cool.
Like they changed this as well. That's all widget based, and as to where this was basically widget based, but like it's better. It's a lot cleaner. The thing I do like, and the thing I will say about Apple, is when they do an update, they make sure all of the people who have super prominent apps are on fucking board. Because Spotify, my Spotify didn't look like that about an hour and a half ago. My Spotify looks entirely different now. It's all the fucking Christ. What am I listening to? Pistol Grip. All right, Xavier Wolf. That's fine. But like, it's just so much cleaner. And I will say, Apple, y'all fucking listen. Like, we've told you what we've wanted for years, and y'all finally don't fucking. Why are you unfocusing? They finally listened to all the jailbreaks and everything people have done. They've given us dark mode. The only thing I complain about dark mode is other fucking companies to get on board because I'm tired of looking at Snapchat and looking at Facebook and being blinded when I'm used to everything else being dark moded.
Says that's neat.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it's really clean and like I can put pretty much any widget on my screens. Like it's convenient. It's a lot nicer. And mind you, like, yeah, I can do that on my Pixel, but it doesn't feel the same. And my biggest reason for getting a Pixel was lack of customization. And that's what they're doing here. They're allowing you to actually play with things, get things off of your phone, not having 30 fucking pages because you have to scroll through 100 different apps. I got everything I use on a daily basis directly on the front, which, I mean, you could have done, but you would have had to have like 13 fucking folders, which sucked. I don't know. I think it's really cool. And if you're an Apple user and you can find the install folder, I would definitely recommend it. Yes, there are risks to betas, but I mean, if you're a fucking gambler, go gamble. It's fun, it's great, and I've personally never had an issue with any betas. I've been downloading betas and getting the betas from day one of me having a iPhone 7 Plus back when that was new, because that was my first iPhone. Because before that, as I had said earlier in the preamble, I've had pretty much at least one of every company's phone. I started on the Google Nexus. The last one I had was an LG V10. I've had HTC, Motorola, Samsung, all that good shit. And the iPhone's just getting better. That's all. Nice. That's what I can say. Like, it's getting better. It's getting more refined, and they're doing more things for people that they're doing what people are asking for. And I really respect that because Android just kind of does whatever. I don't hate Android, but it seems like they just kind of be like, yeah, we hear ya, but what if we did this? Like, I don't know. I haven't looked at a lot of the updates recently. I'm only familiar with this update because I haven't really played with Android recently until I got this phone, but it just seems like they're like, we hear ya, we respect that, but take this instead.
We're gonna go ahead and put this picture up on the fridge for you, and we'll take a look at it later.
Yeah, we'll leave that to come back to. But yeah, that was my only little news. I wish I would have watched WWDC, but I was unfortunately at work and I wasn't able to watch everything, so I don't know everything that got released. But if someone else has something to talk about, I can pop back to that in a minute here because I'm about to go. I actually have the highlight reel up here, and I'm about to quickly scroll through it.
Yeah. While we're doing that, want to do some releases, James? Unless you have anything, Schroeder?
Nope, I've been in ARC the entire week.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's take a look at releases.com. So, on the 23rd, which is today, Doom Eternal's coming out on the Switch. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated comes out for the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer comes out for the PS4 and Switch. Assetto Corsa Competizione comes out for PS4 and Xbox One.
A racing game.
Yeah. Tower of Time comes out for the PS4. Pokemon Cafe Mix comes out for iOS and Switch and Android. Octonaut comes out for PS4. Little Town Hero comes out for PS4, which is weird that's coming out on PS4 because that is a Game Freak game. Ultra Core comes out for PS4 and Switch on the 23rd. Duke Nukem 20th Anniversary World Tour comes out for the Switch. Summer with the Shiba Inu comes out for PS4 on the 23rd. And then on the 24th, we got Night Call coming out for Switch and Xbone. We got Octonaut coming out for the Xbone. Summer with Shiba Inu coming out for the Xbone. Ninjala coming out for the Switch. Mr. Driller Drill Land coming out for the Switch. And then, that's on the 25th. On the 25th, we also have Tower of Time coming out for the Switch. Observation coming out for the Xbox One. The Almost Gone coming out for Switch and PC. Keen, One Girl Army coming out for PC and Mac. Weird. On the 25th. Brigadine, The Legend of Runeterra coming out for the Switch. Grimshade coming out for the Switch. Blair Witch coming out for the Switch. The Messenger coming out for Xbox One. Then on the 26th, we have Yes Your Grace coming out for the Xbox One and the Switch. A Summer with the Shiba Inu coming out for the Switch. Tower of Time coming out for the Xbone. And Conan Chop Chop coming out for the Xbox One. Back to you guys.
Appreciate it. So some movies and TV today, which I knew this was still on, but I just didn't think about it. Today, season 23 of South Park launches.
Holy shit.
Yep. That'll be launching later
The
this
show
evening.
has been around for a long time.
Forever.
Yeah. So that gets released this evening on the 20th. You guys, not this evening here. That's a big one. The Twilight Zone Season 2, the remake of it, will be released on the 25th. Revenge Prank, starring DJ Pauly D and Vinny from Jersey. They also have their Making a Love show. What they have is called Revenge Prank. So essentially what it is they take people who have been in viral videos, gotten pranked by their friends. They take the person who got pranked and they help them prank the pranker. So they basically
becomes the pranker.
Exactly. So anytime you've seen like a viral prank video, they reach out to that person who got pranked and say, hey, let's do a revenge prank and get the person who got you. And that's what the show is about. It almost reminds me of like a Punk'd, and I'm assuming it probably is because Punk'd got sold to that 10-minute TV show series on your phone. So MTV no longer owns the rights to Punk'd. It's like, reminds me of the same thing. The Adventure Time, that is coming out on the 25th to HBO Max. So if you liked that show, now you can watch every single season. I never watched that show, but I know a lot of people liked it.
I like that show. Adventure Time?
The same episode every time. It's like Star Trek. I've only seen like one episode, but I've watched it like 15 times.
On the 26th, the movie Irresistible is coming out. Is by the writer and director Jon Stewart. It's a comedy of a Democrat politician candidate, Steve Carell, helping his friend who is an ex-Marine cardinal run for mayor of a small town in Wisconsin. The trailer almost looks like he's playing once again same character from The Office. It's almost like what it reminds me of, so it looks funny. As well as for all you Disney fans, the 26th, Into the Unknown, the making of Frozen 2 is coming to Disney. So if you ever wanted to know how those animated movies, they are giving you an in-depth behind-the-scenes look on how they made the movie.
I really like those. I really like those a lot.
So that'll be cool to watch. And also on the 26th, Eurovision Song Contest.
Oh, hell yeah. I love Eurovision.
Yep, Eurovision Song Contest. The story of Fire Saga. Two small-town singers seize a chance to fulfill the dreams of competing in the world's biggest, starring
The world's biggest what?
The world's biggest song contest. The two main characters is Will Ferrell and Drew Barrymore. So basically, it's Will Ferrell. He thinks he's the world's greatest singer, and so he goes and then tries and competes in a bunch of different song contests. It's coming directly to Netflix on the 26th.
Wait, who else is in there?
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore's still alive?
Yeah. What do you mean?
I don't know. I figured she'd be dead or something. Probably like a fucking overdose or something.
What?
She's like only like 40 years old. She's like the same
I
age
don't
as Adam
know.
Sandler.
People fucking die all the time from ODs.
I didn't know she
I
was
just
into
haven't
that.
heard from her in forever. I just figured she died. She's a celebrity. She's a movie. She's an actress. Like, if you don't hear from like an actor and actress in fucking 15 years, you just assume that they died from a cocaine overdose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, it's essentially they play two people from England. So Will Ferrell and Drew Barrymore have like hard.
England sucks at the fucking Eurovisions, my guy.
Um,
Play someone like fucking Sweden. Always bet on Sweden.
So they have these hard English accents.
Mark says he's not wrong.
So I watched the trailer of it, and the first part of it's Will Ferrell singing. Yeah, like he basically is like, I'm the fucking greatest singer in the world. And then he starts singing, and the crowd's like, cricket, cricket. So it's basically a movie like that starring Will Ferrell. So, and you know what kind of movies Will Ferrell brings. So if you like him, you're probably gonna like Will Ferrell.
Probably.
You probably won't like it. That comes to Netflix on the 26th. And that's all I got. Netflix is coming out with these bangers, man. They're getting some high-pro celebrity and movie stars to do their movies.
Oh yeah.
And fucking
Definitely.
Space Force, which all by the way, I was reading into it. They are in the heat of it with the United States government, in terms of so United States never filed for the copyright of Space Force, and Netflix did.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Netflix. United States government never filed for the patent copyright for the word Space Force. So Netflix found that out. They made the show and then filed for the copyright and the patent for the use of the word Space Force. So now the government and Netflix legal battle. While the government is trying to obtain the rights to the word Space Force by going after Netflix, and everything that I'm reading, that Netflix has a very, very, very good chance of winning the rights to the word
they
Space
probably
Force.
will. They probably
Oh
will.
yeah. That's
They're the
nuts.
ones, you know, if the United States wanted it, they would have trademarked it.
Yep. So yeah, right now they're in the heat of the battle, but yeah, it's everything currently favors Netflix for winning the rights to the name Space Force.
They probably
over the
didn't
United
think
States.
that they needed to trademark it. Wasn't
Yeah.
the Space Force they made this? They made it, didn't they?
Yeah, because
It's a
Trump.
thing.
You want to be like technical, Space Force has probably the word Space Force has probably been around for quite some fucking time.
Yeah, that's Trump's military that he made. That's his branch of the military that he added. Was Space Force.
Can't wait to hear him talk about that.
It's head up by
So-
Michael Scott of the
Oh my
Michael Scott
God.
Paper Company.
But yeah, they are in the thick of things right now. Netflix, the U.S. government for the rights to the word Space Force.
You know what's
Shenanigans.
sad? I'm sure that Netflix
Shenanigans.
has a better legal team.
Oh, probably. Something will happen. The government will ultimately win because.
I don't think so, Chief.
Uh,
I don't think
Oh.
so. This is Netflix we're talking about.
that's true. Yeah, but at the end of the day,
Netflix is the government.
something will come down to some kind of compromise or money.
yeah.
I don't see Netflix being like, no, you can't fucking use this for a branch of the
compromise
military.
has the rights.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Netflix has the rights. They got it fair and square.
That's true.
Trump
So-
said the U.S. government should have trademarked that shit. Go to
Yeah,
the
I feel like
Copyright office, dude. It costs like $100 fucking to get something trademarked. I mean,
I feel like Schroeder was right though. They probably didn't think they had to.
I'm sure the U.S. government can spare like $100 to get Space Force trademarked.
Yep.
Yo, I will donate $100 to the U.S. government right now if they wanted to get this shit trademarked. If they couldn't afford it.
Yeah, so that'll be
They could just trademark it as the United States Space Force.
that is true.
Yeah, they could just do that. USSF. Wait. Yeah, USSF.
That's true. But
I
yeah,
feel like that's something though.
so that's currently going on. Yeah, that's
That's
absolutely
funny.
hilarious.
That is kind of funny.
Oh wait, no, hold on. It is called the United States Space Force.
Ah, okay, so they're probably good then.
Yeah, it's just the website is spaceforce.mil.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's called the United States. Apparently, it was the first branch of the military established since the formation of the independent U.S. Air Force in 1947. There you go, a little fun fact. Founded December 20th, 2019.
Yeah, yeah, Netflix filed for the trademark months before that, so it's absolutely fucking hilarious. So yeah, that's going on here. So we'll see how that develops into something.
Finally, Star Trek is coming to life.
Yeah, I know, right? Nate, did you have anything else?
Crazy, like, the biggest ones is Apple is debuting digital car key in iOS, the end of iOS 13 and the 14. It's looking like it's going to be among right now it's just on the BMW 5 series. App clips are coming to iOS 14, which is pretty cool. What that means is more of, excuse me, Apple has debuted app clips. I actually saw that. I haven't really messed with it yet, which is like versions of Android's instant apps. The gist of that, you won't need to download a full app to be able to gain access to what it offers. Let's see what else we got here. iPad OS shit, basically making the pencil a lot more like lifelike towards like an actual pencil, as to where when it's gonna be more of a legitimate writing feel. Let's see. Oh, the fact that AirPods are going to be able to perfectly switch devices and just move on over. If you like close one and then open the other, it'll move over if you have that set. They're getting spatial audio as well, which I'm really excited for. So the pros are getting these. My guys, the ones I have, they're getting spatial audio, which means Apple is utilizing the accelerometer in the AirPods Pro to provide spatial audio that tracks your head and your device's location. Spatial audio should provide more of an immersive sound experience for the audio mix, which is basically going to be like, if anyone's familiar with the term 8D audio, it'll be like that, which is really cool. I like it, at least. Watch OS stuff that I'm not really concerned about because I don't have an Apple Watch again. I need to buy another one. They're getting sleep tracking, because it's been.
You sell your Apple Watch because you didn't use it to buy my Switch?
I sold my Apple Watch because I didn't use it to buy your Switch. Then I bought a Fitbit Ionic that I use a decent amount, but now I want an Apple Watch again. Yeah, I'm not super like. I like things, and then I don't like things when I have them too long, and then I like them again.
You can never talk shit about me fucking spending $1 billion on like a game system or buying a collector's edition. You have no right to
I don't think I've ever have.
I think you did once. I'm prepping for the future, my guy.
Okay.
Prepping for the future for the one time.
He'll pull up this fucking clip here.
Sorry, my guy.
Apple is really heading towards the smart home stuff. So they are developing a new smart home standard alongside Google, Amazon, and others. So my assumption is they're going to make more, like, basically like a Siri Dot or a Siri HomePod, but not the crazy expensive HomePod they currently have because it's overpriced. I mean, honestly, it's not overpriced now. It's $200, which like it's fine. But if it would have came out as $200, I think people would have bought it a lot faster. Basically, with that being said, Apple wants to broaden its kind of smart home tech. It wants, in addition to HomeKit compatible devices, so it formed a new alliances with the likes of Google, Amazon, and Zigbee, and other companies just to do so. Apple TV is getting arcade support, multi-user arcade support, so that's kind of cool. They're gonna change Mac OS to feel more like the iPhone, which is interesting. I don't know what we're gonna see like that. So basically, what that says specifically is Apple's new Mac OS Big Sur software looks a lot like iOS.
Oh, so it's their version of Windows 8. or Windows 8.
Yeah, if I could explain, if you would be, I don't know how to fucking just show what I'm looking at real quick. But it looks good. It's gonna have a tab with a giant Apple symbol on the side, and like it's gonna have like clicking on like the neural engine, high efficiency DRAM, all that good shit. It is announcing new silicon for future computers, and that's pretty much it. They probably went over some other stuff in more depth, but that's your baseline information. Yeah, that's what I got.
Good shit. And I would say that's a podcast, boyos.
I think so.
Word. So before we finish up, where can we find you? What exactly?
You want to come back? You want to try that again? I fucking couldn't speak either, so I can't even talk shit.
that up too.
So before we end here, let's go around the horn and see what are we gonna be doing. Same order, James.
All right, so I mean, I'll be playing The Last of Us. You know me, and I'll probably play some stuff with everyone too. I'll probably do a little more multiplayer streams, that kind of stuff. Oh, one thing that I forgot to mention that I bought during my week, I bought this little thing for my controller.
What is that?
The back button.
Oh, cool.
So how does that really feel? Like, what is your opinion on that thing?
It feels fine. It took me a second to get used to it, but especially with like Last of Us 2, it works perfectly.
Good.
I tried using it. See, I thought it was just like 2 extra buttons that I can macro to whatever I want, but it just emulates a button already on the PlayStation controller.
Oh.
So, oh well. But no, it works perfectly fine. I like it. Like I said, for Last of Us 2, where I'm using L1 and R1 a lot, I don't have to move my hands a lot. I don't have to move my fingers up. I can just use my middle fingers. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna be playing Last of Us 2, and yeah, like I said, some other stuff, and I'm going to Popeyes with the boys.
Hell
Wednesday.
yeah! Get spicy chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich.
When you doing that?
Sammy. Wednesday, my guy.
Oh, yeah?
Wednesday, my dude.
Yeah, I'm down.
Cool.
Sounds like that'd be fun.
Walker, you down?
I'll be there.
Yeah, Walker's coming for sure.
Yeah, you want to fly all the way up here just to go to get spicy chicken sandwich from Popeyes?
Fucking, we'll go get it from there. We'll get one from Chick-fil-A, and then we'll compare the two.
I've never been to Popeyes.
Fuck Chick-fil-A.
Really?
Well, no, you got to do it for a food test.
No, I'm done supporting Chick-fil-A. Fuck that company.
I'm that dude. Food reviews.
I don't even want to know.
You remember what I'm talking about?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Schroeder,
dude.
He's such a cool dude. No, I'm such a cool dude.
Such a cool dude.
They
He
said
reviews
some.
on the YouTube.
They said some shit which made people feel some kind of way.
It's not even that they said anything.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is like what they're supporting and shit, and like
Yeah. Basically, they have old views, unfortunately. Without going into it, is basically what it comes down to. They have outdated views on a lot of things. So that's pretty much what it comes down to. So Wednesday, if you're in town, there you go. Meet the boys in the Level Unlock podcast at Popeyes.
At the only Popeyes in Erie.
There you go.
I'll fucking, I don't know, live stream it to Periscope.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Want some autographs? That's the place to be. Free
All right,
autographs.
that's it for me. Yeah, free autographs with the purchase of a spicy chicken sandwich from Popeyes.
There you go. Just say where we can find you.
You can find me live streaming stuff at twitch.tv/PeopleHateStudios. If you miss a stream and you want to watch the VOD, you can take a look at youtube.com/PeopleHateStudios. Usually I upload them about 2 days afterwards. And then if you want to follow me on Twitter and watch me live stream eating spicy chicken sandwich on Wednesday, go to Twitter at PeopleHate10.
There you go, man. Schroeder.
Yeah, I'll probably be playing more Ark. That's most likely what will happen. I might stream it. It's been chugging all crazy. I don't know what the deal is. I have to figure. Is anybody else having? Well, you guys don't play.
Well, yeah. When we both streamed, remember, it was rough. I had to end my stream like 4 times.
Yeah, me too.
When did you guys stream it?
A couple days
the
ago.
First day we played.
Yeah, like less than a week ago.
Wednesday or something.
Okay.
Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, I
I know about like a week ago or so, Twitch was having trouble.
I know Schroeder dropped his bits to like 2,000.
Just to
I
see
dropped
what would
mine
happen.
to 4. Yeah, and it was
Still running like trash.
And our frame rates was tanking hard when we tried to stream it. And I noticed that when I streamed Ragnarok, my computer did the same thing. Like
See, mine never had an issue. I never really had much of a problem streaming Ark and pretty much anything.
Any other game was perfect. But for some reason, anytime I tried to stream Ark, my computer
just like no.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna maybe putz with it, see if I can figure out what the hell's going on. If you want to check that out, or check out this podcast, or any of the other random videos I have out there, Splash Screen Gaming at YouTube, or YouTube.com. On Facebook, I stream to Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube at the same time, and so we're on there too. Splash Screen Gaming on Team Splash Screen Gaming on Facebook, and Team Splash Screen on Instagram, Splash Screen G on the Twitter.
Nice.
So yeah,
Mr. Nate.
Mr. Nate. I fucking sound like a JoJo's character. It's lit.
Yada does it.
Yada. Well, as I stated on the internet, so I can't fucking back down now. I'm actually currently copying and finishing up the download for this.
Nice.
Good old Last of Us Remastered. So I'm actually probably gonna play that for about an hour after we get off of this, because I don't work tomorrow, but I do have to do something tomorrow, so I will be doing that. But I'm gonna play this, because that's not till 1 p.m. Other than that, play something with the boys. I plan on getting back on a little bit at least. Like, now that I have a couple people that actually want to start doing things outside a little bit more. Like, I got a fire pit in the backyard, so I'm probably doing that a little bit more.
that'll be fun.
And fucking Schroeder, I believe, what the fuck is his name? Doug and I are getting something together real soon here. I mean, because we were supposed to, and then shit got changed up on fucking Saturday. But, yeah. Hopefully hanging out with some friends, playing this. I really want to play Siege again. So if people would be down, let's play some fucking Siege. Walker, fucking install Siege. You bought the goddamn game. Like, come on. And I know you're not a huge fan, Schroeder, but you should definitely hop on, play a couple matches with us. Not have to stand too long, but.
Gotcha. You guys know I'm terrible at those type of games.
Hey, we love playing with you regardless. Hey, you pulled off some wild shit with a pistol and came in clutch a couple times.
Well, that's because I only know how to shoot a pistol, and that's all.
That's okay. As long as you're accurate. Right. Hey, headshots do them. Hey, if it's a headshot, it doesn't matter what kind of gun you use. It's a headshot. That's the reason I like that game so much. Is like if you shoot them in the fucking head, they're fucking dead.
Hey, Mark says, Nate, play Ark.
I am. I actually downloaded the Crystal Isles. It's all installed. I'll play that too this week. I think I'm gonna stream. Oh man, that means I can't play it tonight. Yeah, I can. I'll fucking just replay it. But I want to probably play, stream Last of Us Remastered, because I'm assuming Last of Us is probably like popping right now. And maybe for some people who haven't played the second one or the first one, I'll give them a little introduction. But yeah, other than that, honestly, I want to find something to play chill-wise in stream, so I might do the first or third Spyro as to where I'm doing the second one for my own benefit. And then I'm probably going to download the Jak and Daxter collection. I want to play that too. Did we talk about the fact that Ratchet and Clank is coming out?
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
That's what I thought. Okay. But yeah, that's it for me.
Hold on, wait, the Jak and Daxter collection?
Yeah, the Jak and Daxter Remastered is on the PlayStation Store.
Is it?
Yeah.
I know the PS3 version is.
Remastered's up there.
Bitch, you better not be fucking lying.
I'm like 98% positive.
You better not be lying to me, Nate.
I'm like 98% positive, my dude. Because I physically bought the actual copy for the original, but then I saw the remastered was up. I'm pretty positive. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like 98.
Right now.
He's like, I'll fucking tell you.
Hello, cutie pie.
That's what I thought. Yeah, the remastered's up. It looks way cleaner. It's nice.
Thanks, Mark.
$40.
9 months.
It's
I think I
three
own one of them on.
games.
Yeah, but I think I own all 3 of them on my PS2.
Yeah, but that's a new PS2. That's PS2 quality. I mean, if you want to be real specific, I got fucking Ratchet's fucking Adventure, whatever the fuck it is, on my Pixel. His game. Other than that, you can find me on all social media platforms at Yokai Blue. And yeah, fucking hit me up. Let's chat. I've said this before, and I'll fucking say it again until I goddamn do it. I would love to get back into doing comic shit, and I really need to sit down in front of my camera and just fucking set the tripod up and just do it. But yeah, Yokai Blue, all social media platforms. I got the handle on all of it. Hit me up. That's it for me.
Schroeder, did you say someone followed you for a sub to you for 9 months?
Yeah, it was Mark.
Nice.
And Morgan subscribed or subbed as well.
Good shit.
Yeah, good night.
Myself, Captain Geach 15 on everything. You can find me there. I say I'll stream. I need to stream. Who knows if I actually will stream? But I should. Depending on how I feel tomorrow, because I get more teeth work done tomorrow morning at 8:30 in the morning. Based on what I'll do, I'm hoping to play Final Fantasy VII tomorrow on the new PlayStation Pro. So I'm hoping to do that. Obviously, playing some more Ark, and then on Tuesday comes out the Lost Collectors of of Apex. So the new collectors event that gives you some pretty dope ass skins and shit comes out on Tuesday. So I have that to. Well, yeah, for you guys. So it might actually be updated now. You guys might be able to play it, unless it doesn't do it until overnight. I don't know how that works. So I'll be playing that, most likely, to at least make my way up to the rankings to get the new cosmetic skins, just to show people that I look cool. That's pretty much it for me. As always, for the Level Unlock Podcast, you can find us at the Level Unlock Podcast on Instagram, on the Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook. Email us at levelunlockedpodcast@gmail.com, and you can find us on Twitter at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
Absolutely amazing. And last but not least, if you do want to become a part of the Unlocked Nation, the Lockpick Nation, you can do so by going to patreon.com/levelunlockpodcast, where you have your option of 3 different tiers, one better than the next. The ultimate package being that any news, any articles you want us to read, do whatever it may be, we will do it. Movie nights, gaming nights, whatever it may be, it's the ultimate master lockpick achievement that you can unlock by going to that tier. Gives you the most perks. And once again, that's at patreon.com/levelunlockpodcast. Any amount of money helps. It helps the podcast grow. It helps pay for it. It helps us get Elon Musk on the podcast.
One day.
And one day.
One day.
That's the hopes and dreams. So you can do it there. And we appreciate you all. Thank you very, very, very much for hanging out and being here every week. And we will see you next week, bright and early, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Central Pacific Time, right here on Twitch. Y'all have a great evening or morning, depending on listening to this.
Yeah, right.
Peace.
Thanks for your times, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Hey.